Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Red Valkyrie Presents. I'm, of course, Shae the Red. First presents of the new year, pretty special, and I've got my amazing co-host, Cyborg Valkyrie. How you doing, Cy?
I am doing awesome. Hope everyone is having a lovely Saturday.
Right? This is so crazy because it's like the first Saturday of the new year, and we are not pulling any punches. We are here with Jeremy for Beckoned Recourse. How are you doing, dude?
Man, doing great, guys. How y'all doing today? It's a few days left to my closeout, and I was very blessed to be on there. I was dragging my feet a little bit, getting you guys your material for this, and I'm so sorry. I take care of a whole pack of wolf packs, but I also saw on your things that it was all about cosplay, so it got my armor on and all that. And to be honest with you, there are some things that were going on just pre-thing. Dude, we all get it. Just to clear the air, we all get it. It's all good. I just realized and it just pinged. I got it all good. Guys, things are going great. So happy about this campaign. Everything's going good. I'm just excited to be able to have this thing funded. And and to be able to get it to everybody. That's the biggest thing to me. I can't wait to get it fulfilled.
Well, this is definitely a cool one, and I'm not gonna lie. We were talking about how the holidays kind of threw all of us off track. Totally threw me off track. I was in Utah with my mom, dealing with some family drama there because it was the holidays. So of course everyone's got to kick up, and come back immediately. I'm back in college classes because apparently 1 week break is enough, and was like, okay, fine, no problem. Let me see what I have to do for a cosplay. And I did this Thursday evening. And let me just go ahead and say Beckoned Recourse doesn't have anything in it that's easy to cosplay, okay? There's no such thing as an easy cosplay within this thing. The closest you get is being like a blue-furred ape woman, and, wouldn't you know it, my blue fur's in the shop, so here we are.
The closest you come is purple right now.
I have I have two different colors of purple fur. I am lacking my blue fur supplies. So we went ham. We went ham on something that I wasn't expecting to be able to pull off as well as I have. So I'm very happy with it. And so I think we need a drum roll. What do you think?
I believe so. Give me 1 second because I moved it.
Find it.
So yeah, it's now right at the top, and I was looking at the bottom.
Metamorphosis completed, sir.
Shae the Red
Has now become
awesome.
Boom.
Nice.
I wanted to do the full. We were having problems with the shoulder, so we did.
Oh my god!
Jesus! You okay?
That's awesome.
So, those of us who
incredible.
joined last night for our social stream got to see Shae making this and
Partly.
burning the fuck out of herself with a hot glue gun. And
Yeah, I did. I got it. I got a nice little blister. Some hot glue got me.
Wow. Oh man, you did amazing.
Thank you.
You are the Nightmare Eater cosplay with the loading crystals infesting your body. That's great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Worked real hard to try and get him as close to what you had as I could.
Well, guys, screenshot this. Do your weird.
Oh, I've got
Oh,
screenshots for you. Don't you worry.
Thank
Don't
you so
you
much.
worry.
That looks awesome.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hold on.
Yes.
You can't say I've got screenshots and then not show the thing that you were having fun with before.
Size gonna blow up my spot right now is what's about to happen.
Gotcha.
Am I sharing or are you sharing?
I'm already sharing screen. Don't make me stop sharing to share that.
Okay. Well.
I had fun with Photoshop. Scroll down, Si.
I am. Yeah. Slow reveal.
Slow reveal.
Jonathan Jetty's cover.
Yeah.
Oh, you. That's awesome. Oh, that's great. Oh, wow.
I threw myself into it because,
That's
you know,
awesome.
why not? Why
Oh,
not?
yeah.
You did so good.
Thank you. So this is what we're here for, everyone. We're here for Beckoned Recourse. Jeremy, why don't you tell us exactly what this totally insane fucking book is about?
The book's pitch is two major factions are struggling for a century over technological dominion over their planet. One builds in harmony with the life, and the other strangles and overtakes everything in its way. But testing to become a high scholar in the use of a potent crystal magic, which we call Lodins, a harmless day will turn deadly for a young father who will watch the hope of his people be betrayed and destroyed. And Shae, my darling, you are dressed as the Hope.
Oh, yay! I picked Hope. I always pick the evil guys, so...
The evil
like,
is sexy.
That one looks cool. And then they're like, yeah, so she's the big bad. I'm like, oh.
That's exactly why. Because evil is sexier.
Every time. And
Usually.
then I saw this and I went, you know, this would just be a good challenge to start the new year with. And let's see if I do it or if I cry. I don't have a backup.
I can't even believe like this early on and just Beckon's lifetime that we've got a cosplayer that didn't choose to do any of the other characters. They chose to do the Crystal Kid. Like, that's awesome. You did a great job. So that's incredible. No worries.
You know what makes me really happy is all of this stuff is what I had on hand. So it's the top part of a plastic mask that I used as the base. It's cardboard and it's modeling foam. Then a shit ton of paint.
You did such a great job. Later on in the background, I'll give you some more intel. Like that's some good stuff. I'm trying to keep it all secret. It doesn't really reveal itself in the book, in this first book, because this is a one part of a 3-part prologue to the whole Beckoned Legendarium. So this first book is kind of introducing our characters. It's going to start the legend of the MacGuffin being created and moving into a hope of being protected. It's kind of like when you think of a MacGuffin, it's like the One Ring that was created by Sauron in the Lord of the Rings. We got a MacGuffin that's going to be moving people through, moments of, emotional intrigue or dialogue going on between other characters. We're going to move, see through and experience. But this is the introduction. It is a short book. It is a 32-page, what is it? Staple right in there.
You said saddle stitch.
Yeah, saddle stitch.
There you go, saddle stitched.
Yeah, 32-page saddle stitch right there. It's not a big book, but the art that I'm doing, I have a YouTube channel that every week you can watch me draw on it, and I'm doing crosshatch like crazy. It would be easier to make a brush, but I actually tried that before I got too into this. That just didn't work. That didn't cut the cheese with me. So I'm doing this very traditionally. I come from the Savannah College of Art and Design. I'm a traditional artist. I've worked in video game development for a few years, since 2012. So I'm bringing my traditional art into this medium, coming after my buddy Joe Catapano, who did Star Circuit.
It was another fun cosplay.
He did Star Circuit. While he was making that, I was on the background doing Beckoned the video game, which is free to play on the prototype on Steam right now. It's an experimental JRPG. I animated everything. My brother Dwight, older brother, he programmed it all. It's his first game within the Unreal 4 engine. But since my experience, I've done the game design, all the plotting for it. It's there, free to play. Anyone who wants to try it, it's like Final Fantasy mixed with Super Punch Out.
Well, I'm gonna have to try this now. Jeez.
Yeah. Go for it.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. And we got an update coming up on that game when I'm done getting the artwork done and sent the printers with this book. I got more sprites to make to get the whole update ready for everybody. It's basically making the game wider mechanically before we're ready to build up. With the comic book series, we're actually trying to gain more fans, more people who are interested in the story. Like I said, this is a one part of a 3-part prologue. So we're kind of trying to build this Prologue out to gain more fans when we're ready to relaunch the game campaign, because we did it once and we didn't have fans. We didn't have the crowd part of crowdfunding.
Right.
But we did get a good come out, and we did send out coins to everyone who backed, even though they got their money back. We said this was a promise. And one of those coins are right here. I've got all of my props right in front of us. But we sent these coins to all the backers of the game that even though you all got your money back, we still sent it to you, and
Very
few
cool.
of us in the group have them and are happy about them. They love the weight. We got new coins for this campaign, which were sent out to the secret tiers in your signups. Everyone that signed up for the campaign, we went to the same company and got new coins made for this campaign. So on the edges, it says Carry the Light and has the website. But yeah, you'll be collecting coins like Power Rangers. I am the artist, colorist, creator, world builder, all that on this campaign. One-man show going on. I'm going to be lettering it too. Yeah, it's something I'm never going to give up on. Even if you guys don't fund it, I'm going to keep going because there's no other thing in front of me.
Awesome. This is a really interesting look to all of the characters that you have here. Like, I like your breakdown where you have like right here where you're showing all the guys, right? So Oliphie, obviously, I'm drawn to because it's like the only other female that I'm really seeing.
In the second book, she's the core character.
Sweet. I will have blue fur.
In the third book, she really slides into it. And do not go to my website and read the novel if you really like her and don't want it spoiled.
Okay.
There is a chapter on my website, prologue chapter that I wrote as a novel style, that kind of tells how that third book's going to sort of end. Right. Don't ruin it for yourself, but if you holding you back from buying something because you don't know my narrative style or anything, yeah, I don't want you to miss out. So
very cool. Well, she's one of the characters that really drew me in, and I was like, that would definitely be something that I would do. I just, like I said, I'm out of my blue fur supply, so so book, maybe for campaign 2 we'll have to try some of that action. But she's a really interesting looking character. I like how all of your guys are kind of ape-like in their faces, especially around their noses. Even she is. It's just really subtle on her, and it's probably you could get away with it a little bit more on her than Tepestro. That there's no getting around that. That's a prosthetic, or you're not pulling it off. But they're all really cool looking characters. The Watchers, like just the character design that you have makes me want to pick up this book, because the Watchers look totally insane. The Nightmare Eater, clearly, like this poor child that is being consumed by horrible evil shit.
Yes, I'm glad you feel that. Yeah. I mean, because it is a tragic story, his origins, which are not going to be explored in this book. They're part of the Legendarium. He has a name, and it's just something I'm holding back right now to all of you guys. I mean, there's so much going on in this world building that I've been trying to do. This is the rest of my life as a creator. I'm not going to stop because it's not funded as much money as I'm going to die doing this. So just get into it now.
Just get in now before you miss out, because I mean, it's like that. So this that you have, the Ingetti cover is like, what the hell? It is so pretty, and is it watercolor?
Yes.
Is it like traditional watercolor?
To be honest with you, I'm an artist, and I went to Savannah College of Art and Design. I've worked in watercolor before. I don't know how he is able to layer watercolors on like lighter colors on top of darker colors. There's a thickness or a viscosity that you can get with it, but what he's doing is just insane. And there's been a few people who have followed his recent tree painting tutorial that he just put up like last week that were able to do it. So there's something going on, some little magic that he's doing, but I was so lucky and blessed to have him come on this.
It's super gorgeous. It's really, really well done. So I do have a very important question from the get-go, because you got 5 days left.
Yep.
Are you going in demand?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, thank fuck. Because Shae is broke after the holidays, and I would like to get in on this, but I'm going to need you to be in demand.
I'm just going to chime in and correct it. Broke AF.
Broke AF. That is the technical term, broke AF, yes. Like when you look at your bank account and you go, I mean, I got frosted mini wheats at home. I'm probably good for a week.
Yeah.
That's good.
I have spices and seasonings. You know, you can just sit there and lick barbecue sauce off of nothing. I mean, that's good.
That's terrible.
It's good barbecue. It's Sweet Baby Ray's. I can drink that.
Progresso's not a great soup. I'm just gonna say.
Terrible.
One buy one free. It ain't good.
You know what? I've got a jar of Prego. I could water that down. That's a really hearty tomato soup. There you go.
It's not quite that dire. Oh my gosh. You just made my whole stomach turn.
It's been.
Oh, Shae. I've got 3 jars of pickles in my cupboard.
I'm good. I just threw out 3 jars of pickles, but thanks.
Pickles are great.
Pickles are a theme here.
They supposedly expired like back in 2020, and while I'm sure they're fine, at the same time that's like 3 years, so I'm not trusting.
Yeah, sure, you get warts.
I feel like it's a little too far for me to be like, I'm sure I can open them and still eat them. Like it's like 3 years. That's pretty bad.
Like Planescape Torment, isn't that what they like get the bodies like formaldehyde with? Like Egyptian style? Like what's going on?
What is up, Crooked Painter? Holy shit. Thank you so much, sir, for the $100 and the happy holidays. Dude, we've missed you. We love you. Thank you. I wasn't trying to make people feel bad to send us money, but I do appreciate it very much.
Thank you, Crooked Painter. That's going to help out a lot when, I move in 3 weeks.
Can we just say, because we've been streaming a little less because of the holiday wind down and everything like that, our super chats have been sad. So that warms my little crystal ridden heart to see this coming through. So thank you so much.
So just to be clear, amazing. I think that's our largest super chat ever.
It might be. He says, sure. Go get a sandwich. You're looking thin. That's really funny you say that. I've lost 54 pounds. So. Yeah. And it's not a budget thing. That's not why I lost the money. Can we just be clear there? Oh, wait, we were missing Taco. Taco.
Yeah, we've got
so much.
A few in the $50 to $55 range, including from Crooked Painter and Eric Canetti. And I'm scrolling through literally our lifetime of super chats.
just to see if we have anything that matches.
No, Chris Fisk. Chris Fisk, $99.99.
Oh, that's funny. They get 2 $5 footlongs. All right. I'll go. Thank you very much, Crooked Painter.
They're like $8 and they're 11 inches.
Yeah. They totally jip you. That's that whole foot long. It's not a foot long. They cheat you. Those
Correction.
bastards. I want that 1 extra inch.
Crooked Painter, you are tied with our biggest ever super chat.
Wait, who's the other?
Marty Weber.
Marty did do that.
A long time ago during an auction, yeah.
I remember. That was his thank you. Marty's so insane. By the way, the auction's going to be next week. I'm just saying,
it is.
Everyone tune in for that too. But we're getting back to this shit because, like I said, I have to back this because this looks like fantasy war games on crack, and I'm kind of down for it. Just looking at the characters and the lots of fighting.
I'll talk Chris Fisk for another second. When I got funded, because we did get funded, thank God, on Bancroft. I love that man. Guys, go get.
Yeah, Blouscroft's okay. Blouscroft's he's all right.
I call him Pepe Croft, but yeah, it's all good. Get that mower and get. I mean, love Mel B. She's crack queen. Love her to death. But Chris Fisk, when I funded, ended up printing this. This is the main character of the video game.
Oh,
Where he
wow.
printed it, I had a buddy of mine sculpt it based off a sculpture I had done, and took a bunch of pictures of it. And he recreated it. Bless his heart, I was over his shoulder a lot of the time. But Chris Fisk spent a lot of time making sure that this, I guess, came out right. He just sent it to me. He was like, dude, congratulations. Here's the coolest part. And I love doing this.
Oh, wow. Very
He's
cool.
got the name of the main character and the name of the title, the logo, all printed there. And it took him a while to get that. So, guys, Chris Fisk, I love that man. Like, go back.
That is
there,
super
go
cool.
get Infinite Tale if he still even offers it. In a beautiful box, beautifully protected. The book is awesome. Go get you some.
Very nice. Very nice. We got all kinds of cool people in the chat too. Thanks everyone for stopping by.
In the beat.
Okay, so looking at this, you've got a couple different cover versions, right? So we've got the main cover that's the wrap cover. Yeah, thanks Eric. Love you too, bro. I can't with him. Anyway, so we have the really awesome wraparound cover, which I really love. Kind of how it's the way that you have it laid out. It's like the front of it is kind of bright and the back of it is really dark.
Appreciate it.
I think that's really cool.
It's a dichotomy of both the two different worlds or technologies that are going. There's a crystal technology that we call Lodens in this world, and then there's Denethite, which is this dark amass that you're seeing growing on the back of that cover. Obviously, it's a wraparound, so we got that main face kind of split in half. But the big thing is that the way the magic works in this book, where you're seeing them going into this, what's called a Denethite chamber to tune. Again, they have to meditate their brain waves to come in harmony with the vibrations that these crystals called Lodens are doing. And then they're able to kind of be quantum locked and cause the magic to happen. In a Denethite chamber, it changes it. They're getting these visions. So I wanted to give the audience a vision of the story before they read it, just like they would in the magic system. So that's what this cover is. It's also got a very circular motif going on, so you guys just kind of feel that the way you want to. But yeah, it's all cross-hatched. That's what the zoom up is right there, so you guys can see the detail that's actually going into it. I'm very traditionally trained from Savannah College of Art and Design. But I've been self-taught my entire life. I spent 2 years there. I'm 36 now, so do the math. I'm cross-hatching every shade in this except for what's underneath those shades, which are the Photoshop little glazes that's going on. But I'm still putting a light and a shadow layer on top. Everything's hand done as far as I can consider without the conveniencies of being able to move something around instead of having to redraw it. And the next book is going to be traditionally drawn, but digitally colored. So I came into this with digital because everyone's saying, don't go into the details. Maybe that's my salt bay spice. So I went in there, put my boot on the ground, said, don't be scared of it. Just learn how to balance your shades and your lights and all that. And I can't do this again. This is still taking too long, and I'm 80% done with the artwork of the book right now, and it still has taken too long. But in the time, I've been able to build a fandom, build a following, and all that. So it worked to my benefit, but you guys need books coming out faster, and I listen. So
that's awesome.
I'm a much faster traditionally.
Yeah, that's what we appreciate is when people listen to their fans when they're saying, these are the things that we need or we want. So, and it looks beautiful. And then of course you have the Ingetti cover, which again is just absolutely stunning. And what the hell, it's so pretty. So then you have grayscale. So the whole thing you did where the whole thing is just no color, right? Basically,
I have to get everything colored first and then pull all the color out of that finished part. That's why I call it grayscale instead of black and white. Black and white would just be an alpha. meaning that it would either be line work and just pitch white or a little bit of stippling, a little bit of, but I'm actually giving you gray values all the way through the scale. So I'm calling it grayscale to be technically correct. I'm not trying to missell this or anything, but a lot of people
I like that. You're probably the first person to do that, at least in a long ass time, I will say.
A lot of people said that seeing it in grayscale changed the mood slightly into a more serious or dark fantasy tone, which is kind of what I was going for. I'm a big Final Fantasy fan. Dark Crystal, Neverending Story, Labyrinth, those are my inspirations of this. So to put the color to it really brings that fantasy in play, but to have it in grayscale allows you to kind of take it with a different serious kind of tone. And just, I don't know, I've got a lot of praise for both. People love the color. People love me offering it in black and white. But the black and white takes a little bit more effort because I have to get it colored. I have to drag all the color out. And then I have to go in there and make certain things darker, certain things lighter, because it just doesn't work when I pull all the color out. I actually have to go in there and like, this is the black and white cover. So you need to treat it with the same kind of candor. But it takes it's cheaper to print, so that's why it's cheaper. So
what's up, William Pace over on Facebook? We appreciate having you around. Chris Fisk says, wow, that grayscale is a legit other book. It's not just a Photoshop of remove color. And then you have the Catapano.
Yeah, that's my buddy Joe Catapano. We do Art Bros over there on his show every Friday. And we've been. So
you're why our audience drops on Fridays. Understood. Just have to have you guys have Art Bros over on Regen one of these times.
Yeah, like me and Joe Catapano, we've been friends since high school. His family and me are pretty close. We worked at game studios together and kind of push each other to make things. Like I said before, when I was making the video game that's on Steam, Joe was making Star Circuit, and I bet him when he was done launching Star Circuit, I'd be launching my game. And we did at the same time. It's just, this is a comic book group. This is post Gamergate. You guys have already went through that drama. Probably don't want to trust another guy with $68,000 again to get robbed. So we did it, and we said, hi, we're here. We have more skills. That's where the comic book is here. That's why I'm molding crystals, making crystal shards, quote unquote, so we don't get taken down by any kind of weird violent stuff. We got lamps, we got books. I want to try to transport you guys into the story I'm trying to tell. It's not just reading the book and seeing the art, it's being able to see the crystals, or hold the loading shard in your hand, or the chime cube in your hand while you're reading it. I think transporting in it like Weta Workshop, if they weren't there in the Lord of the Rings movies, those movies wouldn't have just hit so hard. It's the care that people take into transporting you into their worlds. And I'm trying to do it more from video games and storytelling. I've also got these babies here that are awesome to make. These are what I call loading shards. They're obviously what they are. They have a belt frog, so if you wanted to go Ren Fair or cosplay, you wear it on your belt, or it doubles as a stand. But these are acrylic molds, pores that I put some dye in there, and I weave the hilts and handles with wax sinew, beeswax sinew, and real leather braid handle. It's got another crystal in the pommel, but they're also weighted properly. If you're into knife making and sword making, it's balance right there at the hilt, and they're well balanced. You can flip these babies around, and I do all the time, and they're sturdy, so you don't have to really worry about it breaking or shattering. But if you want to take care of them, I offered 3 of those on the campaign. They sold out real quick. I know you're into cosplay, so
that's the whole time I was like, might have to work out something.
Yeah. I mean, I have some people even pushing me to add more to them before the campaign ends. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I've got 3 to make. I've got the first one already halfway made. That was the prototype. So
Very cool. So you've got a lot of interesting little bits that you had offered on this campaign. They're your artifacts, as you will. So
Yeah.
you got your crystal replicas. You've got a fucking driftwood lamp.
Yeah,
Like,
right here.
are you shitting me?
Yeah. Let me
that.
turn off the lights here. Yeah, and 80s made actually what? Well, hold on, you can't. It's daylight still here.
Yeah.
But they turn on, they illuminate. Damn it, come on. If you hit me at nighttime, they glow brighter.
That's
But
fair.
I've got the backlight right now. But 80s made 6 years ago. I made a sculpture out of driftwood that was really large. It was pretty big, and I used real crystals to do it. Hollowed out the bottom, drilled holes into it, and packed it. And even today, it's still working beautifully. The people say, "Dude, it's one of the coolest things we have in the house. It still works." No fire. It's all LEDs that have like silicone over top, so no fire problems. And it's 6 years later, and it still works. So when 80s made, I was on his show. He said, "Dude, it'd be really cool if you gave those crystal collections some holder," because in most of the add-ons on this, which I haven't really talked about, in the add-ons you can get posters, you get a $20 sketch card, you can get an extra crystal, or you can get the whole collection of crystals, which I believe comes with 7 of them. And if you already had purchased those crystals, you can get this holder without the crystals with no extra charge, just it. Or if you didn't get it, you can get it with all of them. But it was his idea to go, "Hey, if you had a holder that lights them up, that would be great." So it went ding, ding, ding. And I went out, found the wood and a resource for them. I have a hand drill that I drill everything with. It's got a felt bottom with it. I hand pour and dye all the crystals. And the lights are easy to find, and just pack it in there and ready to go. I think 80s Made's trying to actually make it a smart light, though, so that way he comes into his room. Like we already talked in the back rooms where he's wanting to light it up with smart lights. Yeah. So when he comes in the room, turns everything on, that even turns on. So yeah, the thing is I can't ship those to Australia because of their environmental stuff. That's real wood. Yeah. So even though it's heat treated and like pressure washed and stained, I don't want to go through the paperwork. That's fair. Yeah.
So then you got your chime cube.
Yeah. These chime cubes, I only made one of them because I didn't think anyone would know what the hell or care what the hell they were. But in the story, in this book, we have a main character that is a father, a new father, and he's a load-in tuner. His kid is talented in load-in tuning. So in the tree kingdom of Tulabanya, the kids can play with these 4-dimensional hypercubes that are made with primitive means. So the artistic statement is saying that they have an understanding of advanced math. They still have primitive materials to make things out of. But the structure of this allows them to take a crystal and load it into the chamber. And the architecture of the chamber kind of amplifies the vibrations of the crystal, which allows the kids to meditate a little bit easier, make it float, make it do things, make it make noises, because they are resonating. That's what a lot of this fantasy magic system is built on, is resonant harmonics and that kind of stuff. So
basically you have created a cube to be like their training cube, so you can get a replica of it kind of thing.
Yeah. And I only offered one, and it sold out just like the daggers. I'm sorry, guys. I'll be offering more.
Rubik's. Nice. I like it. Erno Rubik would approve. Yeah.
Nice.
I believe it. And then the super cool daggers that you've showed off that we can't get anymore.
Now this what you're showing now, it was so. Like I said, I do Art Bros with Joe Catapano from Star Circuit, and that's my buddy. He's been with me the whole time. We were doing Art Bros about 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, doing a Beckoned themed one. And he said, "Man, as much detail as you put into the world building and everything, it just feels like the fantasy world you're creating it feels more real than most stuff that we kind of see." And that just kind of kept bouncing around in my head a bit. Because I get into quantum physics, parallel dimension theory. There's a lot of stuff that's going on with the world building with this that I guess I haven't had the opportunity yet to really like go into. And I kind of been a little stand backish on it because I know not a lot of people really get it or even would understand it. But when Joe was telling me that, I was like, well, I have a whole world map of this world called Devanis that I have that this story takes place on. And I was like, well, can I navigate that map? And I said no, because I don't have stars. Like, I'd done hunting, elk hunting in Colorado with my dad when I was 16. And like learning I didn't get one. We got snowed out. But just being out there in the nature and being able to have to be brought down to the point where stars and navigation in your own survival skills are the way you're kind of surviving or you're going to sleep comfortable that night was a big thing. And when Joe said that, I was like, I have a map, but I just don't have a way to navigate it if I was stranded on it. So in a week, went through the study and taught myself everything I needed to know to recreate my own star map for Devanis. But you guys can get registered. You can help me name the stars of these constellations. This will be part of the world building as well as part of the video games that come later as part of navigation. So we have 43 constellations, 489 stars that all need registered and named. We'll be giving you guys a framed or unframed certificate that has our stamp of approval on it. And so what I have for example here is Philly Gralkin. It's because my older brother Dwight, who programs the game, said, what if you have someone that says Philip McCracken? That's the name you got to register these things for. Philip McCracken. Now, if you guys get the joke or not, we don't want to be like those news crews and put out joke names. So if your name was really Philip McCracken and you really need us to force to get there, I got to meld it into our world building a little bit. So Philip McCracken turned out to be Philly Gralkin. So it gives me a leeway to not have stupid names up there because it's going to be throughout the whole legendarium of the story. So cool. You'll get that certificate and a printout of the northern and southern hemispheres, which you see here, of the planet Devanis and how everything kind of works. That little smear across is the celestial ecliptic of the planet because it also has a wobble like our planet, which allows it to have seasons along with its elliptical orbit. But yeah.
Very cool.
Elliptical orbit.
Awesome. And then we got some stretch goals. So, of course, 6 a.m. always with the stickers.
Mm-hmm. He did those so fast, dude. Aren't they cool? I was so happy.
He always does cool ones.
Yeah. And then on Bancross when it launched, like everyone blew past the stretch goal for that. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, I couldn't even keep up. I was like, yeah, you guys got these. And then the next week, everyone unlocked this one, which was Eric Weathers did the line work, and so blessed to have him on it. And then from 656, we got Ollie over there who did all those books over there that he's got with the Kryptonolds and their Comics Way zine stuff. He came over and colored this stuff and did a great job. So happy about it. I've got another stretch goal at 10K before print. So I know we're only a few days from closing out. No pressure, guys. But if it gets to 10K before we print, I've got an ARO 15 drawing that a lot of people are aware of, and it's finally about a couple of years I'm going to be giving it out as a print extra. So
awesome.
Yeah. That's about
very
the end
cool.
of it. Yeah.
All right. So 5 days left. You're still unlocking stretch goals until you're hitting print. And you're not looking like you're hitting print until August of this coming year, unless.
Oh no, I believe my delivery date is August of the next year. So I'm hitting
it just a little bit before then.
ASAP, as soon as I get the book done, which I'm 80% of the way done right now. So
okay.
Yep.
So a little bit more time to get him to that 10K. So real quick, let's go through and check out your tiers so people know how they can back you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
First up, you got your featured. Let us know what this is.
It's all 4 versions of the books, which that means there's 2 versions that are colored, 2 versions that are in the grayscale. There's the main A and the variant A with the colored versions. That's the Shanthing Jetty cover and my wrap cover. In the 2 grayscale versions, it's my wrap cover in grayscale and Joe Catapano's action cover that he gave me. If you do the math for my pricing, I'm an artist, not a mathematician. That's my joke. You got $5 off 1 book and then a free crystal on top of it. So that's your best deal. If you want to get as many copies and give it away or want things to collect, that's your best deal right now. We have single versions right here from main B all the way from the 4, the 4 books, right? If you keep growing down, we package them also in dual packs. So you can get like mine and Sean's, you can get mine and Joe's, or you can get just mine in the black and white or cover. We kind of try to make it easy. That's why there's a lot of options. In all of these options, there are add-ons. There's add-ons of a $20 stretch card. There's options of the poster. There's options of the crystal collection. There's options to add a crystal in there. But once you get past these, we got things like the packages of the stars, or I do believe I offered a package of the book with the poster. I think I just offered a with the book, the poster, and the Loden crystal with all the lamp and everything. I think it's a little bit lower. My biggest thing is being able to fulfill a lot of this, because a lot of these add-ons I make in-house. I make the crystals, I make the shards, I make it all. I have a lot of printing to do. So getting that printer nailed in, done, is basically where I'm at right now. Trying to get the book done, and everything else I just can't wait to fulfill and get to everybody and have that under my belt, because we've got a lot more to go forward.
Very cool. And like Solian said, that is a lot of options. The only thing that I can think of as far as this goes, and I appreciate the, hey, I'm trying to make it easy for you to get both books and stuff like that. Personally, I would have just put all the books available as an add-on as well. And then let people do it that way to try and keep it from feeling overwhelming on your main page.
Yes, ma'am.
So that would be one thing I would consider going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you don't have your books available as add-ons, when you do things like the star, like the star registry. So
I think they are.
That's and hope I'm talking without having clues. Actually, I'm not sure. Yeah. But this is kind of a general rule for anyone, because there's a lot of people who will do cool stuff like this where it doesn't include the book in the cost. If you don't include the book in the cost, which is the point of the entirety of the campaign, then you should at a minimum have the book as available as an add-on. Or for people like me, I tend to buy 2 copies because it's one for me and one for Sai. So the Nightmare Eater is merciless. Y'all know why you come here. You come here because Shae's going to say what she thinks. Just saying. But yeah, you have a lot of really cool stuff. You're doing a lot for our first campaign. Like, these cannot be, super simple to make. It's got to be rather time consuming. It's a week. Okay.
Yeah.
So the fact that you're writing, drawing, coloring, lettering.
Yep.
Making all of the tchotchkes, that is a lot on one person.
Yep.
But if you are down and able to deliver, and you decided to do this for the next campaign,
no cowards, doing it for the love of it, guys.
Well, then we'll just have to try and get as many backers as we can to you, because that's a lot that you're putting on your plate, and if you're able to deliver at that level. Yep. Then that's something that would definitely set you apart from a lot of other people. Just make sure you don't burn yourself out doing it, because that's a lot.
Yeah. No. Hey, I've got them made. That was the big thing is I made them. Like, you see them.
Right.
That's done. It's done.
So, okay,
like,
so you made them prior to, and then you're like,
yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
Like, these are what I have. That's all I'm making.
No. I showed you I can make them.
Oh, I'm not saying that you can't. I'm saying you're talking to a person who's a cosplayer.
Yeah. I know.
Understand.
Right.
You can make things, but it doesn't make them less time consuming to make.
Oh,
so that's what I'm telling you.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, that's what I was telling to the audience, though, is that I'm offering this stuff, but it's not Photoshop trickery or a fake thing or whatever. I really made this, and I'm flipping it in front of you. I'm showing you what's going on. I want to make these. Like, that's a big thing to me. Is I wouldn't have come up with those if I didn't want to make them. I wanted to make them, and I want to make them for you guys.
They're super awesome, and I definitely can see why you have the call for people wanting more of them, because they're so unique, and it's cool to see something when you can get into a world and get into a fan base and then have a part of that kind of actualize. I mean, I don't know if you can see, I have all my slam buddies over here.
Oh, you got a headset on right now. You're more in than I am.
I mean, this is what I do. Like, awesome. Seriously.
It's awesome.
But this is really cool. This is really, really cool. I'm interested to see where this goes. I'm interested to see after this campaign, your next campaign, and how that's going to go. I think it'll be very cool.
I think that's what a lot of things people are kind of a little bit hesitant on is, I come out so hard. I got hard stuff, and well, how can he do this? If he's good at art, how can he write? Well, if he's doing all this, how's he fulfilling? Guys,
once you get it all done,
you gotta. I mean, I'm gonna try it. It's forgiving this time. Let's wait for that second for you guys to respond, but just wait till you see these fulfilled.
So
that's the biggest thing. I got a long term.
Speaking from experience, there's a lot of people that have had stuff done that have shown us that they can that haven't.
Okay.
For whatever reason. So that's where your gun shy people are coming in. Like, there's a lot. I'm waiting on a couple of campaigns where I know the main parts of them, the things that I paid the most money for, I know they're done. They've been done for 2 years. They've been sitting in somebody's house for 2 years.
Sorry.
They just haven't fulfilled anything and haven't sent it. So you have a lot of people that are sitting in that kind of turmoil. So whenever someone new comes out, everyone gets the side eye until they can prove it.
That's also why my book is 80% done on launch.
Very good. Very good. I'm very happy to hear that. And yeah, see, Chris is saying once you fulfill this thing, it's gonna be like taking a huge dump. You're gonna be out of breath, sweating, and in need of some rest. But that's the thing, is when you fulfill it,
and hydration.
And you're gonna get those electrolytes going, be ready. But once you fulfill this is gonna be something that's going to be so impressive to see done. That if you can fulfill it well, and it's the quality that it's looking like it's going to be, and it fulfills like we're hoping it's all going to fulfill, then dude, you're going to be golden for a second campaign.
I can't wait. That's my biggest excitement right now, is just getting this done. And I'm talking to printers right now, trying to figure out who's the right one to go to. But my biggest thing is, I said August is my ship date. I'm 80% the way done. I overshot to give myself time to get the right things done.
That is the
way
to
get
do
it to
it.
you guys. I'm hoping with all my heart that it comes early.
You never know what can happen. So giving yourself that breathing room, because it sucks when you plan for everything and you have a rainy moment where I planned for every possible fucking thing, and
people
you still
want me
fucking
to make
me
more
over.
of these, and I don't want to get stuck doing all those while I've got so much else to do. So
exactly.
I get it. And what's cool is that there's so many awesome people in this group, fans, creators, everything, that do respond to this stuff, and they want it as long as we're able to continue giving it on a good time and good quality. And there's no room for me here if that's not what I'm doing. There's no room for anybody here if that's not what we're doing.
Absolutely. Sai, did you have any questions?
In keeping up my tradition, I have 0 questions.
Doing great, love. Appreciate all of Are you even contributing at this point? Like,
who set up the stream?
You
Who
make
wrote
the
the tweet?
stream, and then you're like,
Who made the thumbnail? I'm keeping the chat entertained. Are you not entertained?
I'm just saying.
You just burnt yourself for ratings.
Oh,
screenshot.
love
Hold on,
you guys so much.
show us your
I
finger.
screenshot that one for my own. No, that's
Terrible. Jeremy, do you have anything that you want to throw out there for anyone?
I'm on Twitter at Studio Zaid. I've got a YouTube channel, Zaid Studios. I'm on zaidstudios.com if you guys want to learn more about the game or the story of the Legendarium. Other than that, guys, hit the like button, share this stuff out. I mean, subscribe to this channel. Look at what they do just to make a guest feel welcome. I mean,
that was a horrifying baby mask.
Oh, hold on. I still have the face part of what this was. It was this.
Oh! I'm glad you went with your face. More accurate.
Yeah, we got rid of the creepy baby face.
That's awesome. But guys, thank you so much for having me on. I guess that's the biggest thing. And being patient with me. I drug my feet. I did, and I didn't mean to. I had a lot of stuff happen.
So sending that stuff is for me rather than Shae, because I'm the one that makes the thumbnails.
Right, and I don't know what your timings are, your work schedules, or yes.
Well, I've gotten shit as close to air as like 2 hours to go. So you're fine.
Yeah, you did better than many that are on our show. By the way, guys, if I send you a message and say give me an email, could you not do it like the hour before we go live?
Yeah, that'd be
just throwing that
that'd be appreciated for me, because then I'm sitting in Photoshop cussing, and she's like, "Calm down, babe, calm down."
Well,
and I'm like, I can't fit this shit. None of it's an actual comic book size ratio.
It also helps me though, because I don't know if y'all realize some of y'all keep your coolest characters not on your campaign, and then when I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do for a cosplay. And I'm like sitting here fighting with this like one panel where something's this big, and I'm trying to figure out the details of it. Then come to find out, oh, there were 5 pictures of that in the email they sent to Sai. I'm like, I hate everybody.
You did great. I can't believe it though. I mean, that's awesome. The effort you just put to make me feel up. Thank you.
Absolutely. You know what? This was really fun. I'm glad that we were able to get you on. No, we are not welcoming our Sai overlord. Take it down, Sai. Take it down.
Leave it. I have so few things.
I know. Now you have one less. Oh, you're horrible. Thank you guys so fucking much for hanging out. What's up, Shadowplank? Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Please go double check and make sure that you have backed Beckoned Recourse. I have not backed it yet. I have it on my list. Will be happening. Oh, don't do that. Like that's my cop-out character. Come on.
That's such a bitch move. Why would you do that, Gordon?
Just to screw with us all.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much for hanging out, and we will see you guys next week. Will be our auction, so we won't have a Red Valkyrie Presents. We will have 3 time slots of amazing art up for auction that you are definitely going to want to get in on. So make sure that you check us out next week, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.